Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, we shall be talking about COVID vaccine and infection. You have to understand, guys, this COVID vaccine is not designed in order to prevent you from getting infection. This vaccine is designed in order to reduce the mortality rate, reduce the number of complication, reduce the number of severity of cases. We don't want this COVID infection to go to severe or moderately severe. We don't want these things to happen, right? We want you to have just mild kind of infection. So you cannot prevent taking the vaccine and expect that you will not get the infection. You can only prevent you from getting infected is by social distancing, by frequent hand hygiene, maintaining at least 6 feet gap, or avoiding going to the crowd, or wearing the masks very properly. These things will prevent you from getting the infection. But you have to understand, once you take the 2 doses of COVID vaccine, this will reduce the chance of severity, chance of complication. That is the importance of taking the vaccine. Please do not think that you will take the vaccine and you can go out in the crowd and forget all the public precautions. This will cause the infection. Yes, the chances will be reduced that will be having severe type of infection. Now remember, whenever a patient comes to the COVID hospital or COVID ward, these patients are divided into 3 categories. Either you are having mild kind of infection, you are having moderate kind of infection, or you are having severe type of infection, right? So what do I mean by mild kind of infection? Remember, whenever a patient is told that you are having home isolation, you have to do home isolation. In that cases, the person is having mild kind of infection. Remember, in mild kind of infection, you will not have shortness of breath, you will not have shortness of breath, but you can have loss of smell, you can have fever, you can have loose stool, you can have body pain, you can have cough. These are the things that can be there in mild infection, but there will be no shortness of breath. Also, you have to be monitoring your oxygen saturation frequently, minimum 3-4 times in one day. Minimum you have to do. What you have to see in oxygen saturation is, if your oxygen saturation is coming 94 or less than 94, then you have to immediately rush to the COVID dedicated hospital. Or if you see that your respiratory rate is 24 or more than 24, you have to immediately rush to the hospital, right? That is the condition where we know this is not mild infection, it is converting to moderate type of infection, right? So now let us talk about moderate type of infection. Once we talk about moderate type of infection, I'll go to severe type of infection. In moderate type of infection, you are having 2 components to watch out. You have to see if your respiratory rate is 24 or more than 24. That time you are told that you are having moderate type of infection. Or if your oxygen saturation is 94 or less than 94 under room air, then also you are told that you are having some moderate type of infection. Remember, moderate type of infection, you cannot stay at your home, you have to be staying in the your COVID dedicated hospital only, right? In severe type of infection, you will be having again 2 components. Again, out of this component, even just one is positive, you are told that you are having severe type of infection. In the severe type of infection, you will be having respiratory rate will be 30 or more than 30, then you are told that you are having severe type of infection. Or if your oxygen saturation is 90 or less than 90 under room air, then also you are told that you are having severe COVID infection. This is a severe form of infection. In this severe, you will be having multi-organ failures. In mild infection, yes, you can just stay at your home. Make sure whenever you're having mild infection, you do not go and meet your family members. Tell them to maintain social distancing. You have to do very strict the barrier method. You have to maintain very good hygiene. You have to make sure that your family members are not getting infected. Even at your home, you have to wear the mask so that you don't cough and spread it to your room, because it's not very always possible that you'll be staying in a house which is alone, no one is there. You might be staying in a room, you might be staying in a bedroom, but your family members might be there. So take a bedroom which is having an attached washroom. You don't want to go out, you want to make sure that this infection doesn't spread to your family members. Again and again, I'll tell you, mild infection, please remember, in mild infection you will not be having shortness of breath, you will be having loss of smell, you might be having loose stool, you might be having fever, you might be having cough. And you have to keep on regularly monitoring your oxygen saturation in order to see that if your oxygen saturation is coming to 94 or less than 94 under room air, or your respiratory rate is 24 or more than 24, then you should immediately think that you're having moderate type of infection. You have to immediately go to the COVID dedicated hospital. Also, you have to watch out that are you having shortness of breath and mild infection, that you are going to stay at your home. Now if you're having, again I'm repeating, if you're having moderate kind of infection, there will be two components out of this. Any one is positive, that means you're having moderate kind of infection. In this case, your respiratory rate will be 24 or more than 24, or your oxygen saturation will be 94 or less than 94 under room air. Or if this is the thing for moderate infection. And if you are having severe infection, you see your oxygen saturation will be 90 or less than 90 on the room air, or your respiratory rate will be 30 or more than 30. In that stage, you will be saying you're having severe type of infection of this COVID. So I want to say is that you have to please maintain your social distancing, get the vaccination. Remember, whenever you're talking about the vaccination, this vaccine is not going to prevent you from getting the virus, getting the infection. It is designed to reduce the complication that can arise. It will reduce the chances of you going into moderate infection, it will reduce the chance of you going to severe infection. It will make sure this infection is a mild kind of infection. Please try to understand in this manner. If you're wearing a helmet whenever you're riding your bike, you can land up in an accident. You still get injuries to your head, but this will be quite less as compared to not wearing the helmet. Example, I'll give you another example. If you're driving a car, you're wearing a seat belt, right? You're wearing a seat belt. Even if you will end up in an accident, you can break your collarbone, you can break some of your ribs, you can damage your intestine, right? You can damage your abdominal trauma you can have with wearing the seat belt itself. But if you don't wear the seat belt, you can bash your head onto the steering. So it is reducing the chances of mortality, reducing the chances of severity, reducing the chances of complication. That is exactly the vaccine is doing. Same example, if you have seen small babies, once they're born, they're given BCG vaccine. This is not to prevent from them to develop tuberculosis. They can still develop tuberculosis, but it is given in order to avoid the complicated tuberculosis. They should not have tubercular meningitis. These are the complicated form of tubercular meningitis. It's prevented by giving BCG vaccine. It is not preventing you from getting tuberculosis. It will prevent you from getting the severe form. Same goes with the vaccine of this COVID-19. These vaccines are designed to prevent you from going to moderate cases or severe cases. You can still get the infection. That is the reason you have to maintain social distancing, hand hygiene, wear the mask very properly. Do not take out your nose. Do not talk to someone taking out the mask. Please, whenever you talk to anyone, assume that person is infected. You have to maintain the social distancing. Whenever you sneeze, please cover your mouth and nose. Maintain hand hygiene properly, frequent hand hygiene. Wash with soap and water. If you don't have soap and water access, please use your rubbing alcohol, 70% rubbing alcohol, or your any hand sanitizer. These are the things that you can prevent. But at the same time, now some studies are saying that this virus is not respiratory droplet, now it is airborne. So does it mean that social distancing is not going to work? It can say that social distancing is not going to work, as if we are thinking it is a respiratory drop infection, because if it is airborne, it is very easily, it can travel, it can stay in suspension in air for a very long time. So still you have to make sure that you're maintaining social distancing, avoid going to the crowd, keep your immunity good state, and have a good healthy diet and exercise at your home. Stay at your home, don't go here and there unnecessarily. Wash your hands, wear the mask properly. These are the things that can make sure that you are having less chance of getting the infection. And once you have completed the 2 doses of vaccine, it will produce enough antibodies in the body. But remember, once you take the second dose of vaccine, it will take you around 2 weeks in order to have appropriate antibodies in your body, right? Then you can be a bit relaxed. Okay, even if I get this infection, I will not be having the moderate, severe or moderate type of infection. But please do not think that once you took the vaccine, you can forget all the rules and regulations that the government and the medical advisors have given to you. This is very important, because the information that I'm sharing now, after tomorrow or day after tomorrow, after a few days, it might not be valid. Initially we thought this virus to be the droplet infection. Now it is considered, it is having this thing airborne kind of vaccine virus. So there are a lot of changes and a lot of information coming every day. So please talk to your healthcare professional, watch your news, watch the dedicated medical websites that will give you, keep on updating you what is actually true, what is false, myth, because there are so many myths coming into the internet because of this COVID infection. So please talk to your doctor, get the vaccination as fast as possible. Talk to your doctor, maintain social distancing, wear a mask appropriately, frequent hand hygiene, and this pandemic, I hope we can pass it properly. We can see a lot of patients dying, a lot of family members are dying because of us only, because we are not very taking care, we are not taking the vaccine. Please do not fall into the trap of which vaccine should I take. Whatever vaccine you get, take it now, because in this is not a time to choose, I'll take this vaccine, I'll take that vaccine. These vaccines are safe, right? These vaccines are safe, they are approved by WHO. So whatever vaccine the government is giving to you, just take the vaccine as of now. Please don't try to be choosy in this situation, because you want to get the vaccine as fast as possible. It might occur that you're waiting for this vaccine, I'll take this vaccine, and the vaccines are out, and then you get the infection, go to severe, and you die, right? So these are the things that I wanted to share, and that's all for now, and thank you so much for listening.